Hi everyone, and welcome to Macquarie's Postgraduate Careers in Focus. My name is Hidi, and I'm a current Macquarie University student. And today we'll focus on a diverse range of careers in information technology that you can move into with a Masters of Information Technology, AI, or Internet of Things from Macquarie. Before we start, I'd like to acknowledge that this webinar is taking place on Molla-Aliod land of the Darug Nation, and I pay my respects to all elders past, present, and emerging, as well as extend my respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander guests in the audience today. We will allow some time for the attendees to join us. Please note that this session is being recorded and will be shared with you after the event. If you have questions about this session, please put them in the Q&A box below. We'll answer them during the live Q&A session, which is later on. We have an insightful session planned for you today. We'll start off with an interview exploring the career outcomes that a suite of courses can lead to with Dr. Diego Molla-Aliod, who is a senior lecturer from Macquarie School of Computing. Then we'll look at how to apply for either degree, some of the key application information and the class dates, and that will be followed by the Q&A session. And please do ask us questions in the Q&A box below. Without further ado, we'll get started. So welcome, Dr. Molla-Aliod. So we've got a few questions for you today. We'll get started. So the first question that we have is, what specific skills and competencies will I gain that are highly valued by employers in the AI and Internet of Things?
Thank you for the question. Thank you very much. First, I want to say that this is a new programs. They are just being designed, and we have really thought carefully about what are the best skills we can help you develop. Of course, we have the usual ones. We are programming a School of Computing, so we do programming there, so there will be some programming development. We have a lot of focus on machine learning, on data science, and databases. These are all typical skills that are required for this kind of a career. But one thing I want to say, something which I would say is new, is different from maybe other degrees, is that we are doing the course in collaboration with other departments, like in law and in business, and we are having some emphasis on the idea of application of the actual skills for business, and also we are having emphasis on the idea of ethics and responsible AI. So in philosophy and in law, also with the law, of course, so how the law applies to AI. So that's something which is probably not being seen in other courses, and we are really taking care that that one is being developed in here. So this is, as I say, is a new course, is currently is accredited, is a provisional accreditation from ACS, the Australian Computer Science Society, I forgot the name exactly. So it's a provisional accreditation, because it's a new degree, we don't have still graduates, so we need to wait until we have some graduates so that we can actually apply for the full accreditation. Yeah. But because it's a new course, everything is fresh, everything is up to date.
Yeah. For those who will be joining us, we'll be getting the fresh taste of what's to come. We'll get to the second question, and that is, how does the program help students build a professional network within the AI and IoT communities?
Yes, well, that I would say is most taking care of the part of business and law, because they are being more careful and building this professional network. So basically, because of them, they have this emphasis on the careers, so that will help the students to actually build the networks.
Yeah, okay. So thank you for that. Now we'll get into the third one, and that is, how does the program stay current with evolving technologies in AI and IoT? Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, currently it's current because it's new, right? So definitely now is all the latest knowledge is being applied there. It's all first, as I was saying. And we have some continual reviews of the program. And together with the business and law, I was saying, also we have some stakeholders, company, we are providing some feedback to us. So companies like Microsoft, CBA, the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, so they're giving us some feedback on that. And also, because we have the accreditation, and we have to renew the accreditation, they have a special emphasis on the applicability of these skills for employment and for the current technology. So just because of that, we are going to renew every now and then.
Okay, so there will be constant growth with that as well. That's great. We'll get into the question after that, and that is, are there any opportunities for internships or placements with companies specializing in AI or IoT?
Yeah. Yes, we have one particular unit in these courses is a major project. And in that major project, which is double the regular load for the course, for the unit, sorry, it is made with internships with companies. And in there will be a group project. And people are going to actually go and see companies, get some feedback and input from the companies, especially like an internship with these companies. We have a number of companies. Last count, I just asked the one who's organizing that, is about 40 companies who are involved with us for doing these internships. So one thing I forgot to say, because of that, then also we develop skills on soft skills, like in communications, and group management, planning, and group work as well.
There's a whole comprehensive package with the course. So we'll get into the next one, which is, what kind of research projects can students undertake? And are there any ongoing research collaborations with industry partners?
Yes, so again, this major project, there's a choice. You can choose to do it with industry or have it as a research. Mm-hmm. So if you do it as research, it's normally as internal research with lecturers, with the staff in the School of Computing. They have their own, we are all active researchers, and we'll have some connection with companies. So we're going to apply our research for these projects. And as I was saying, it's your choice. You can do with a company or as a research. So you can choose for having jobs in a company or doing later for a master's or research or a PhD, apply more research, doing the collaboration with the supervisor and the companies.
Yeah, so in-house possibilities to do research as well. That's great. We'll now get into the presentation that we have for you about the program, some of the details, deadlines, and vice versa. So the careers in focus for information technology. So the Master of Information Technology, AI, Intelligence, and IoT. So you'll be able to study communication networks and security, AI, machine learning, and operating systems and application programming. You'll gain access to the new computing precinct, complete with 14 purpose-built cybersecurity, networking, and gaming labs, plus VR spaces. You will undertake internships with world-leading organizations that are located next door to us in the Macquarie Park Innovation District. So this is information for you if you're interested in applying and how to apply. So you may require the following documents, which include proof of Australian or New Zealand citizenship or Australian permanent residency, evidence of previous academic qualifications and transcripts. Lastly, evidence of English language proficiency. These are some of the dates for the next available intakes. So for Session 1, 2025, the application deadline is on the 10th of February, 2025. The Session 2 for 2025 is, the classes for Session 1 would commence on the 24th of February, and for Session 2, application deadline is on the 7th of July, and classes will commence on the 28th of July. These are some of the career outcomes and opportunities that you could get yourself into with the program, and these are some of them. So banks and financial institutions, cloud computing organizations, consulting firms, health organizations, media, creative or communication agencies, metaverse companies, retail and e-business companies, social networking services, some startups, technology and telecommunication companies. These are some of the titles and career examples that you could get yourself into. They are data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, machine learning specialist, research scientist, robotics engineer, software developer, software engineer, and solutions architect. Now we will open up for questions to Dr. Diego, and then if you have any questions, please type them in. But if you can't have any of your questions answered tonight, please book a one-on-one consultation with our team using the QR code there. So we'll now get started in some of the questions that we've just got, and we'll start with what advice would you give to future postgraduate students studying the course at Macquarie?
Well, just come to Macquarie. I'm not sure what kind of advice you're asking for. So we are doing these courses. As I was saying, they are all new courses, and they are all up to date. And so just come to Macquarie and enjoy the experience of coming here. I'm not sure if there are any specific. You can be more specific. Maybe I can give more details on there.
Would you suggest to them do some research, like something that they're interested in, that they would like to bring to Macquarie as well with them, and ask professors and tutors about?
Yes. So if they have some particular research interest, you are welcome to share with us. And then we have a wide range of expertise among the academics. So it's very likely you will find somebody who have the expertise that would fit that kind of interest. So definitely we are open to any ideas, any possible projects.
What about technical skills? Would you advise them on polishing up any technical programming skills, or would you be facilitating that learning as well?
Yes, well, we are going to provide we are a programming unit. Basically, I recommend that they do some programming, but it's not required because the people have expertise on analytics, on data analysis, without much programming. We also encourage them to come to this unit. Still, if there will be programming in the unit, so they will experience programming in there. So actually, I advise if you haven't done any real programming, just to get to practice introduction, but there are units on programming. So just be ready to learn quickly programming, basically.
Yeah, that's great. So there is a lot you can bring in as well. So next question is, are the academic staff at Macquarie University easy to contact and work and learn alongside whilst completing the course?
Yes, I feel all the academic staff are open to contact. We all like to interact with the students, and we all have our different passion on some research or some particular topic. So it's always good to go to the Macquarie website and see what stuff there are in there, what are our research interests, and then you can actually approach whichever you think is closer to your heart, to your kind of topic. Yeah. But they're all always open for any interaction and contact with the students.
No, that's great. The next question that we have is, what practical skills do students learn in this course at Macquarie?
Right, this is a bit like one of the questions from before, right? Yeah. So programming for sure. That's one, the programming development. As I was saying, this project development, management, communication skills, all that is going to be learned. And then I have a list actually I can read, right? Yep. So machine learning, deep learning, data analytics, and big data, they're all actually units which are specific on these particular topics. And sensor and hardware knowledge, that's for IoT, edge computing, cybersecurity, cloud computing. So all these different skills, they all are going to be learned in the programs.
So there's a lot of skills to develop and continue learning with. The next question is for you, and that is, Diego, with your particular area of specialization that you teach, what do you find the most interesting about it, and what made you want to become an academic in that particular area?
Okay, my area is natural language processing.
Yep.
So as it turns out right now, it's one of the hot topics with ChatGPT, AI, generative AI. Actually, I'm doing that kind of things.
Right.
So I was always fascinated by the power of language and the ability of computers to try to process language. And it has been a long career for me, and I see now a lot of outcomes being delivered right now. So I've been teaching that kind of topics ever since I came to Macquarie over 20 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
Right, it has been evolving.
Yeah.
And we are still teaching the topic, but very, very differently now.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that I was able to teach all that, and I've been learning a lot by doing that, because it makes me forced to to get to learn or relearn the basics
Yeah.
and see how it changes.
Cool. On the note of changes and trends where everything has changed from 20 years ago or so,
Yes.
the question is, with this course having no current graduates, do you think that there will be an opportunity for this course to change with emerging trends as technology improves?
Yes. We have, we schedule some reviews for every unit. Like every 3 years, there will be some major review of every unit. So in there, we make sure that it stays up to date. But still, basically every year, all the lecturers will check whether there is anything new, anything which is worth changing, which is getting up to date with whatever is happening in the world. As I was saying, we are all researchers, so we are all very aware of not what is actually being used at work, it's also what is going to be used in the future, because we are developing those things that are going to be used later for work. So we can foresee and we can tell what things we need to teach, which is most practical for using for work.
Yeah. So as technology will improve, the course itself will shift to cater for those trends.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great. So the next question is about support. So what support is there for assessments and exams for this course?
Well, as I was saying before, all this stuff are very easy to reach. So we do offer, we can also be contacted for questions, for clarifications. We have consultation hours. So we are easy to reach. There are tutors. We can also always very happy to answer questions. We offer a lot of consultation times in general for everyone, and catch up if we need to offer.
Yeah.
So all that is there, and of course, Macquarie University in general has also a department which is offering support for the students as well.
Yeah.
So that's besides the program itself, Macquarie University has a very good support for the students.
Yeah, so there is a lot of support available for those students that may need help later on. Now, an important question for those who will be undertaking this course is, can I still work full-time while studying this course?
Yes. Well, if you, I'm not sure this is for international students or for local students. So it depends on the law, right?
It depends. Yeah.
So it depends on the requirements of for visa in particular. But in theory, yes, right? So if the visa allows, then yes, they can work full time and then do part time in the course.
Okay. Yeah. So great. The next question is, I'm interested in AI, but I don't have a lot of experience in the realm of IT. Sorry. Would you recommend that I would be a suitable candidate for this course, or should I complete a different foundational IT course first before entering to the AI course at Macquarie?
You don't have to know any AI to join this course. If you have experience on IT, that's all you need to have. You have interest on AI. You don't have to know about machine learning or deep learning or data science. Always helps, but you don't have to. We will teach all that. Programming, it's not really required, but it's advisable that there is some programming experience to start into the course.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was our last question, and we've now come to the end of the webinar. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Just a reminder to submit your application if you'd like to be considered for the February intake next year. We'll also send you an email with a recording of this session in the next week or so. We look forward to welcoming you to Macquarie University soon. Take care. Thank you, everyone.